Hello, everybody. My name is Taylor Bergen. I'm the director at CSPS, and I want to welcome you to the 10th edition of Boundaries. We've made it to the decade mark, so um, thank you so much for tuning in. This is a virtual performance series co-presented by Dead Coast Presents and CSPS, and we really thank you for joining us each time we do this. We've got a small lineup for you tonight, but a really, really great one, and we're excited to present them. We're going to have Natalie Brown, a Cedar Rapids musical legend here, playing for us. You might know her from Washington High School, too, and all the great work she does there. And then we have Brian Johannesen, a singer-songwriter from Iowa City. Uh, Before we get started, I just want to say that we at CSPS and at Dead Coast and all those musicians that play here really, really miss you. Um, and we want to be back to live shows just as much as everyone else. But we know that right now, particularly given the rise in case counts and states in the United States banning citizens from Iowa coming to them and putting them in quarantine, that it's not safe to do that. And as we see people venture out into the community and do those things, we want to remind you that please stay safe, wear a mask, care about people, and do your part to help stop the spread, because we want to see you back and we want to rock shows at CSPS and at venues all across Iowa and the United States soon. So please do your part. And if you can and you're able to, please follow us on any of these spots. And I apologize for my dog, who's very happy to be here. And support these musicians. They really need their help, and they have been affected by this pandemic in ways that we'll still be feeling next year as well. So without further ado, I'm going to bring Natalie up to the stream. Hi, Natalie.
Hey, Taylor. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, okay. Yep. Hey. Yeah, thanks for coming. So we're just going to let you play, and we'll let you take it away.
Perfect. And really, thanks, Taylor. Thanks to Brian, CSPS, and Dead Coast Presents for providing this opportunity for artists, musicians, just as a way to connect during these times. And I was reflecting earlier today and realized the last time that I performed a live event in public was March 12th. So it's been quite a while, and I've had some creative time, but there's nothing like performance. So thanks for having this opportunity for us. And as Taylor mentioned, I used to teach at Washington High School for 14 years, but now I'm a full-time sound therapist. I'm still a music educator and a multi-instrumentalist. And I thought I would play my main instrument today, and that is the violin. So I'm going to start with a couple tunes. I like a lot of different styles of music. And one of my favorites is Scottish music. It's kind of nostalgic for me because I got to live in Scotland for grad school and learn just a ton of fiddle tunes. So I'll start with a couple of Scottish tunes first. The first one is called Hector the Hero, and the second tune is The Banks of Spey. And these are both from the northeast part of Scotland. Okay, the next tune that I'm going to play, I wrote the melody for this, I think it's been 20 years ago. I was living in San Francisco and joined my first band ever. And, I was a classically trained musician, and it was really my first time being in a band that was more rock type of music. And it was also Celtic rock influenced, which was really fun and one of my favorite styles. And then I recorded this and made it into a full tune in 2010 for my CD, Violin Crossings. So this is named after the band I was in San Francisco. And you'll hear that I have backing tracks. I created these just for this event. So this is, if you've heard this tune before, this is a little bit different just for this event. So 10 Past the Dragon. So the next tune that I'm going to play, and hopefully all the layers is coming across with the streaming. I know things get compressed, so if it ends up not sounding the best audio quality, I might just upload kind of a high quality to my YouTube, so you can kind of stay tuned to what's going on my YouTube, which is Sounds Heal Studio is the channel. The next tune I'm going to play is just a few weeks old. It's actually based on it was a project for a course I was taking through the University of Iowa, Acoustic Ecology. And acoustic ecology is really interacting with nature sounds and appreciating nature through sound, and kind of environmental awareness through what we hear in nature, and also our human impact on nature. So this was for a water quality project, and what I did here in Cedar Rapids was record different locations, a runoff stream that goes into Indian Creek, that goes into the Cedar River. And so you'll hear that in the background. And of course, that eventually goes into the Iowa River and Mississippi. And so I recorded in locations and then created a musical piece based on what I heard in the water. So it's kind of a environmental awareness musical creation. So let me pull that up. And for now, it's called Water Music. Okay. Okay, well, I'll do one more tune. Thank you so much for listening. And again, thank you so much for this opportunity. This last tune will be a short one. It's a tune that I wrote, probably 7 or 8 years ago. And somebody in the audience in Scotland named it for me. It's called Scotch Chowder. And it's just a fun little tune to tap your feet to. right. Thank you so much for listening. And I really appreciate any donations that have come in. It's very helpful. And be well. Stay safe. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Natalie.
Thanks, Taylor. Appreciate it.
All right. Next, we are going to bring to the stage Brian Johannesen. Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good. So Brian has also, Brian is the leader or the, booker for Dead Coast Presents as well. So he's helped make Boundaries a possibility over this time. And now he's getting to play a little bit. So we'll let you take it away with that.
Cool. When I run out of ideas, I have to play myself. Thanks for tuning in, friendos. It's been a while. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Brian Johannesen. I'm a songwriter in Iowa City. I'm going to play a new song that, it's newer. It's a pandemic song. It's about a true story about this baby that was born back in March in a Walmart in the middle of all of the craziness. She was actually born in the toilet paper aisle of a Walmart in Springfield, Missouri. So I wrote this song for that baby. It's called Corona of Springfield. I was born on the floor of a Walmart. Some say at the end of the world. They rolled my mama out in a shopping cart, clutching her new baby girl. And I was sanitized like a bathroom. I was wiped down and soaped up and rinsed. And the nurses all wore the same costume, each one in a fight to exist. And some said you should name her Corona, with their tongues pressed hard in their cheeks. They all laughed around Springfield, Missouri, but none of them died in their sleep. Well, my dad didn't know Mom was pregnant, but he really didn't seem too surprised, except that his name was even mentioned, except that my mama had died. And the neighbors all looked on in judgment, said I brought a curse on their homes, hoarding supplies in their basements, wasting away all alone. And some said you should name her Corona, with their tongues pressed hard in their cheeks. They all laughed around Springfield, Missouri, and none of them died in their sleep. By September, the dust had all settled. Tumbleweeds rolled through the town. The number of dead had been triple what the experts had warned them about. And my dad stood out in a cornfield, the world all tattered and torn, and his hair whipped around like a pinwheel, his angel of death in his arms. And some said you should name her Corona, with their tongues pressed hard in their cheeks. They all laughed around Springfield, Missouri, but none of them died in their sleep. They all laughed around Springfield, Missouri, but none of them died in their sleep. Keeping it positive on Wednesday with Brian. I hope everybody's doing okay. Hope you've been staying busy. I've been staying busy. I do this thing, if you're interested, where if you Venmo me $25 or more, I will write a song about anything that you want. It's been going really well. I have a long list of songs to get to, so please be patient. If you are interested, if you have a rush, we can make that happen for a price. But it's been real fun. I'm gonna tune this up real quick. I've had a lot of wacky suggestions for songs, a lot of wacky commissioned songs. I had the most recent one I did was I'll play it for you right now, but it's about the time my friend Allie made the perfect bowl of fried rice and then dropped it on the floor and broke the bowl. And so I wrote a song for her, and it's called Something I've Never Done Before, and it's about fried rice. I still remember how you looked at me when I scanned that walk for the registry. You asked a little too sarcastically if it would fit in our cabinetry. I hate to say it, you were almost right until I got a wild hair tonight. And you'll remember for the rest of your life my perfect bowl of fried rice. Because tonight I am doing something I've never done before. It's gonna leave you so shook up you'll be begging me for more. But you can take those wishes, do the dishes, and draw me a bath and say thank you for the best fried rice you've ever had. Peeled the carrots and thawed the peas, sesame oil over medium heat. Chop the onion and beat the egg. Tonight that we'll never forget. Soy sauce drizzled over the top. That rice is fluffy and it's firming up. Grab the ladle and fill the bowl. All right, honey, get ready. Here it comes. Oh. Tonight I did something I've never done before. And now you see it, broken and shattered and all over the floor. You grab the cat, I'll get the trash, and I'll say goodbye. I never tried you, but I still love you, fried rice. So there it is, a song about fried rice. You can write a song about anything. I'll prove it to you. I put out a new record in January. If anybody's interested, it's called Holster Your Silver, which is right there. Right there. There it is. BrianJohannesen.com. Or you can go to my Bandcamp site, BrianJohannesen.bandcamp.com. It's not on the scroll. I forgot about it. Or you can go to Little Village Magazine because they helped me put it out, and it's on vinyl through them. And I'm going to play you a song off of that record there. I wrote that record during probably the hardest year of my life. My mother-in-law passed away back in a year ago, April. And she was living with us and she was sick, and we just kept trying to get her back home to her farmhouse while she was sick, and she got to go back for a while towards the end there. But it was it was really tough, but we had some good times in there too. Like, for example, sometimes when you're sick, terminally sick, they give you all sorts of painkillers that are kind of fun. And sometimes she'd take those painkillers and she'd talk to her pets. She had a dog named Rex and a cat named Sniffy. One time we went to the hospital after she got one of these painkillers, and she looked up and she goes, "Well, I talked to Rex on the phone today." "Oh yeah, what'd he say?" "Oh, I don't know, I couldn't hear, it was all muffled." Another time she took a painkiller and then she looked up after a few minutes and she said, "You know, I went to take the trash out the other day. And Sniffy said, 'You can't do that, you're too old.'" And I said, "Fuck you, Sniffy." So I wrote this song for Linda. It's called Somewhere Down the Line. I saw you strutting in them brand new blue jeans. You must have bought them online. They might be the skinniest jeans I ever seen. I hope you wear them all the time. Yesterday I stopped by your place. I fed the cat and drew the blinds. Working on getting you back there someday. Somewhere down the line. Some days it seems like you ain't lost a step. Round the bend and back without any help. Some days you just can't catch your breath. And I'm holding on to mine. No one knows quite how it got this way. They say there's nothing left to find. I guess in time we'll all get gray. Somewhere down the line. No, you never thought it would end up like this. No time for fighting, no time for rest. Yesterday I took a walk out in the park. Saw the snow up on the pine. Somewhere all these conversations went dark. I wanna smile all the time. Someday I'll remember all those silly things you said. Got the dog on the line. Someday I'll figure out how to get them out of my head. Somewhere down the line. All right, there's Somewhere Down the Line for Linda. While I'm at it, I'll play you the song I wrote on that album for my wife, Haley, who, for as hard as it was for me to lose my mother-in-law, I can't imagine how hard it is to lose your mother. And it's a tough thing, you know, trying to be a good husband, a good partner, and support in any way that I can. But a lot of times there's nothing you can do except to say that it sucks and I'm sorry. So I wrote this song for my wife. It's called Damn These Saints. It's been a while since I've played. By the light of the moon, you cover your eyes. Every day is too soon. Every day I'm surprised by the weight on your shoulders. How we've gotten older. I've tried with my hands, I tried with my ears, but it's finer than sand, and it's bigger than fear. Just know that I know you, and I just wanna hold you. Damn this place. Damn the weather. Damn these saints. Damn the whispers. Saying it'll get better. It'll get better. Baby, I know babe, it's a bad deal, and you just wanna go to rot in the cornfield, to thirst till you're bone dry, to sleep in a gray sky. Damn this place. Damn the weather. Damn these saints. Damn the whisper. Saying it'll get better. It'll get better. There's a Damn These Saints. Another upper, another happy guy. I gotta tune this thing up again. Hope you guys are having a good summer so far for what it is. 4th of July coming up. All countries matter, right? It's been a wild time to be alive. It's been a wild time to be stuck at home all the time. I hope everybody's practicing social distancing and wearing a mask. Please, so we can stop this sooner. I've been playing this song a lot in quarantine. It just seems like an appropriate song. It's a cover song. It's a Jackson Brown song. This might be one my mom and dad actually know. Hey, Mom and Dad in Arizona. Well, I've been out walking. I don't do too much talking these days. These days I tend to think a lot about the things that I forgot to do. And all the times I had the chance to. Oh, and I had a lover. It's so hard to risk another these days. These days. And if I seem to be afraid to live the life that I have made in song, well, it's just that I've been losing for so long. So I'll keep on moving. Things are bound to be improving these days. These days. These days I sit on cornerstones, count the time in quarter tones till 10. Don't confront me with my failures, I've not forgotten them. These days, these days. These Days by Jackson Brown. Let's see. I'll do one more for you. Natalie was saying, a round of applause for Natalie Brown. That was fantastic. Really cool stuff that was going on there. What talent. She was saying she hasn't played a show since March 12th in person. And I don't think I've played a show since the second week of February. It's been a long time. This is definitely the longest I've gone without. Oh, hey, Dad. I can see your comments here. Okay. Hey, Tom. How's it going, Tom? R.I.P. White Wall Sessions. I'm so sorry, man. What a cool thing. Hopefully you can pick it back up. But I haven't played a show. This is the longest I haven't played a show in probably 10 years. And certainly the longest I've been stuck in one place in several years without being able to travel or get on the road and play shows. I like to tell this story of this song where I preface it by saying, this is a cool gig, but not every gig is cool. But to be honest with you right now, every gig seems pretty awesome. So I won't say that, but I will tell you about this gig that was not my favorite. I was playing in a town called Fremont, Nebraska. It was 100 degrees outside. The humidity was like 1,000%. We walked in this venue, beautiful venue, air conditioned, cool stage, ice cold beer. And they said, guess what, you're playing on the patio tonight, guys. So we went out on the patios, 4 cinder block walls with no ceiling. Just enough to block any breeze that could come through and trap all the cigarette smoke in there. We start slogging through that set, and in the middle of it, this lady takes a long drag of her cigarette and she says, play some John Denver. I said, I'm very sorry, ma'am, I don't know any John Denver songs. She took another drag of her cigarette and she said, yeah, you do. So that whole next day driving, I thought about that lady and I was getting all mad. I was like, who's this lady think she is telling me to play John Denver songs? This is my set. I'm going to play my songs if I want to. I'm going to play the cover songs that I've learned because I like those songs. I don't need some lady telling me to play John Denver songs. I was getting all high and mighty about it. And I thought, you know what? This lady lives in Fremont, Nebraska. This is probably her one day a week where she gets to go out and do whatever she wants, and doggone it, she wants to hear some John Denver songs, and I let her down. After all, my job is not just to write songs that express what I feel, but my job is also to make you feel good, make you forget about your life. For just that little bit of time that we're together. And I didn't do my job that night. I wrote this song after that show on the way home. It's called Fremont. Well, the nights out in Fremont are a special kind of thick, where the days move like molasses and the air is wetter than spit. As a kid, he'd go swimming in the long and mighty Platte. John Denver on the radio, the sun upon his back. He was raised on good country. Willie, Chris, and Merle kind of looked like Lyle Lovett. Hell, he even had his curls. He'd put Dwight Yoakam on the jukebox down at the corner bar. If he ever left Nebraska, hell, he never got too far. But he'd ride through West Virginia and them old country roads. He cut loose in Montana. He never went back home. He's 1,000 miles from nowhere. He's anywhere but here with that silver-tongued devil always whispering in his ear. Well, his most prized possession in the whole entire world was a 000 Martin that was owned by Steve Earle. He picked it up at Carter Vintage down in Nashville, Tennessee. Crossed the parking lot to Arnold's for some chest pie and roast beef. He dipped his roll into the gravy, got some extra mac and cheese, put salt on his potatoes, hot sauce on his greens, and he was having him a moment when the phone began to ring. Yeah, he put that thing on silent, dropped it straight into his teeth. Then he rode through West Virginia and them old country roads. He cut loose in Montana. He never went back home. He's 1,000 miles from nowhere. He's anywhere but here with that silver-tongued devil always whispering in his ear. Well, he spent $3,000 on the Outlaw Country Cruise just to see Lucinda Williams dip her toes into the pool. And he met Jimmy Dale Gilmore, saw Ray Wiley in the second row, ate his weight in soft serve ice cream and burned the shit out of his nose. When he got off the boat in Tampa, He'd never felt so great. The sun was orange and purple fire. He watched it fade away. He got a motel by the water and a quart of Bombay gin. Walked out in that ocean, let that ocean drink him in. Then he rode through West Virginia and them old country roads. He cut loose in Montana. He never went back home. He's 1,000 miles from nowhere. He's anywhere but here with that silver-tongued devil always whispering in his ear. Yeah, that silver-tongued devil always whispering in his ear. Oh, that silver-tongued devil was still whispering in his ear. Thanks for listening, everybody. My name's Brian Johannesen. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Taylor.
All right. Well, that concludes our 10th edition of Boundaries. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you missed any of this or any of the other shows of Boundaries, please, you can check out Dead Coast Presents Facebook page, CSPS Hall's Facebook page, or you can follow CSPS on YouTube. We have a channel there, and that has all 10 of these, as well as some videos from past performances at CSPS Hall. Please support these artists if you have the ability to. You can rewind back through this video and see ways you can support Natalie Brown, Brian Johannesen, and ways you can support CSPS. And that is my dog playing with his new toy in the background. Sorry if you can hear all the squeaking. All right. Thank you so much. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Everybody stay safe. All right.